Bitcoin has just had its first legitimate stochastic RSI cross up in more than 1 year. What does this mean for the bullishness of crypto? Is it about to take off more? What is the secret clue I'm going to give you? On top of that, we have the RSI right here creating a higher high. What's next for the RSI? What's next for crypto? And at the same time, price is battling this green line. In today's bonus video, exclusive to the email list, this is going to be legendary. I've got a lot to get to in the charts. Our email list is on absolute fire. I want to give an exclusive update on the mega crash. What is my latest opinion on the mega crash? Has my opinion changed? I also want to announce the $200 winner. I want to announce who it is, and I also want to announce the next $200 giveaway we're doing and how you can enter. I also want to give a huge announcement for May 6th. May 6th is going to be huge. Mark your calendars. Something legendary is coming May 6th. And I also want to give an announcement to people in need that have always wanted to sign up to something that I have. I have a special announcement for you. So this is going to be a jam-packed bonus video. We have so much to get to. Let's first jump into the charts. But I first want to say, even before the charts, our email list is on absolute fire. I read tons and tons and tons of your comments. It just brought a smile to my face. So shout out to you and everybody else on the email list. This is the place to be. This is the place of value. So let's get into value. So charts, huge announcement, May 6th. Mark your calendars right now. May 6th is going to be massive. May 6th is going to be legendary. I am so excited about May 6th. And it's all going down inside our exclusive waitlist, the exclusive waitlist to my new Bitcoin bottom blueprint. Are you on the exclusive list? If not, the link is in the description. The link is in the pinned comment, but get priority access, get lowest price guaranteed, get special perks, get behind the scenes bonus footage, get special videos, all of that and more on the waitlist. Make sure you're joining the waitlist right now because this is going to be big. Join the exclusive waitlist. I'll see you on the inside for the huge thing going down May 6th. We've got 3 things to get to. I want to get to this green line. I want to get to the RSI, the higher high, but let's start with the stochastic RSI. The stochastic RSI on the weekly chart, as you know, typically happens about 2 times per year. We haven't had a legitimate stochastic RSI cross up since right here, pretty much a year ago, this March-April time horizon in 2025. That's the last legitimate stochastic RSI cross. And that brought us from about 76 up to 126 with that stochastic RSI cross. So what do I think is going to happen this time? Do I think some similar move is going to happen this time? What are my latest thoughts of the mega crash? What do I think is really going on? All of that's going to be covered right now inside of this bonus video. So I want to get into the higher high as well, and then we'll revert back to the stochastic RSI. So RSI, what you see on the weekly chart, and this is a trend line that I showed you for probably like a year and a half, 2 years, but we started this, 2 years. We started this journey in March 24, right? So a little more than 2 years ago, we started this trend line and we started to highlight the fact that Bitcoin was making bearish divergence and the fact that it was getting stronger and stronger, right? I do want to emphasize one thing. At some point in the future, Bitcoin is going to revisit this trend line. And at some point in the future, when it starts its next bull run, it's going to break through this trend line. Okay, so I just want to point out that this trend line right here is going to be a talking point for the future for Bitcoin. I just want you to put it on your charts, right? Oh, by the way, we're on the Bitcoin US dollar index. We're on the weekly chart. And you can see we're just connecting the dots here from March 24 and the the level from December 24 and the level from June 25. You just connect those three dots and you can see Bitcoin eventually in its future, this is going to play some sort of a role. So more to come on that. Now let's jump to price and then let's jump to the star of the show, the stochastic RSI, right? So price, there's a lot going on in price right now. What we have is this green line on our chart, and the green line is the 21 SMA. So the 21 SMA is pretty legendary in terms of bull markets and bear markets. During classic bull markets, during bull periods, we typically hold the 21 SMA as support. And during bear markets, we typically hold the 21 SMA as resistance. Very simple. I like things that are easy to understand, super simple, and you can throw it on your chart and you're like, oh, I get it. We're in a bear trend. We should be holding it as resistance. Oh, I get it. We're in a bull trend. We should be holding it as support. Now, what I want you to notice with this 21 SMA is the bear trend started from the 126,000, right? And on typical bear trends, we'll just go to past bear trends and then we'll understand where we're at. But look at where we're at right now. We're breaking above a little bit of this 21 SMA. So how critical is that? Have we done that before? Is this abnormal? Is this a sign of bullishness? Is this a sign of weakness? What is this a sign of? So in order to really understand, let's go to the past bear trend. Past bear trend started here, November 2021. Did we get above this 21 SMA? Yeah, a couple times, right? But not by a wide margin, but yeah, we actually had a candle close above it in March 22. And we had a candle almost close above it in October 22, right? So in our last bear trend, we got above it a little bit, but it's not like we blazed past it by a mile. But again, during a bear trend, you want to watch one thing and one thing only. Are we creating higher highs? This is textbook market 101. Huge announcement, May 6th. Mark your calendars right now. May 6th is going to be massive. May 6th is going to be legendary. I am so excited about May 6th. And it's all going down inside our exclusive waitlist, the exclusive waitlist to my new Bitcoin bottom blueprint. Are you on the exclusive list? If not, the link is in the description. The link is in the pinned comment, but get priority access, get lowest price guaranteed, get special perks, get behind the scenes bonus footage, get special videos, all of that and more on the waitlist. Make sure you're joining the waitlist right now because this is going to be big. Join the exclusive waitlist. I'll see you on the inside for the huge thing going down May 6th. Bull markets continue to make higher highs. Bear markets continue to have failed rallies. In other words, failing to make a higher high. So case in point, here's our market cycle top November 21. We crashed down. We had a rally, an enormous rally, but it just failed to make a higher high, so it rolled over because it was also resistance into this green line. Then we plummeted down here. Then we had another huge rally, but again, failed to make a higher high. That thing rolled over. Then another one, and then we actually crashed down to our low here, and then we made our first higher high. Look at right here, February 23. Look at what happens when we start making, and then we had another higher high right here in April 23. You can see what happens. Just market 101, it's very simple. And a bear market, if you want the bear market to end, we need to make a higher high. Then it ends. It's very simple. If it fails to do that, we crash lower. It is really markets 101. All right. So look at the last market cycle, 2018, right? Bear top was 20K, and we started to hold this green line as resistance. Did we go above it? Yeah, twice, right? We went above it by not like we blazed above it, but yeah, we definitely went above it on multiple candles back here in February 18, and we went above it again back in July 18. So went above it multiple times. It's not like we went 100% above it, 150% above it, but we definitely clearly went above it. So we've got a couple data points now, and then let's go to the bear trend of 2015, right? Our bear trend started back in December 13, again, crashing below this green line, but once again, raising above it. And this time we got above it by a good bit. It's not like we went 100% above it, 150% above it, but we had a whole bunch of candles close above it. And again, you want to look at the trend. Did this create a higher high? No, plain and simple. This was just a failed rally, and we had resistance inside of this green line. But again, if you are in a bear trend and you fail to create a higher high, it eventually rolls over. You just have to have patience. It never rolls over when you want it to or when the world expects it to. It rolls over when you least expect it, but after a failed rally, right? So we went past it multiple times. Also here in July 15, we went above it with multiple candles. In this example, we went above the green line 26%. Once again, not 100%, not 150% above. 26% is a good bit. Multiple candles a good bit. But once again, we did not create a higher high. So that's what you look at with a bear trend. So as we go back to where we are right now, present day, as we speak, we're peeking our head above this green line. Is it incredibly noteworthy? No, it's really not, right? This typically holds some area of resistance. Do we go above it once or twice or three times during the bear trend? Yes. But the key is, did we create a higher high? Bitcoin has to create higher than 97 or it's a failed rally and it will roll over and it will take out its swing low. It's just what bear trends do. So I will change my tune and you will see later with the mega crash, but I'll leave that to the mega crash announcement. More on that a little bit later. But Bitcoin has to get above 97. It just has to, right? So let's get to the star of the show, the stochastic RSI. And this is where things get interesting. You know, I love the stochastic RSI. You know, it goes from a range of 0 up to a range of 100. You know that when we have a cross below 20 and go above 20, that this happens usually on average twice a year. And we haven't had a legitimate stochastic RSI cross since more than a year ago. Just about a year ago, just a little bit more than a year ago, we had said cross. So it's about 1 year in between from March to March 26 to March 25. Okay, so this is pretty legendary, right? We haven't had one in a while. You can see our stochastic RSI measures one thing and one thing only. I want you to, when you hear stochastic RSI, when you see me talk about it, you just remember one word: momentum. How much momentum do we have, and what direction is our momentum? That's all you need to understand. Oh, Steve's talking about the stochastic RSI. Momentum. How much momentum and in what direction? That's it. Okay? So how much momentum do we have? Well, we have a legitimate stochastic RSI cross, first in a year. In what direction? It's momentum to the upside. That's why when we had the cross back in the end of February, price was roughly 62, 61, and then we've risen since then. Surprise, surprise. This happens every bear trend. We have a crash down and then we rise, right? This is not, this is just par for the course. This is what's supposed to happen, okay? So we are rising in price since 62, 63. Now I want to give you a secret clue. I want you to leave this video with a secret clue that I'm going to drop on you later, okay? I want to give you a clue that you can keep in your back pocket and sort of have an upper hand on the market. But with this stochastic RSI, we can see the blue line is pointing up, the orange line is pointing up, and we're starting to see a little gap, which means momentum is rising. We cannot argue that, okay? Momentum is rising as we speak. So here is really what's going on. And this is the secret clue I want to let you in on. We talked about price. We talked about price isn't doing anything out of the ordinary. We talked about how we're starting to see some resistance at this green line, but we also were open with the fact of, based on the facts in the charts, we've gone a little bit above the green line every single bear market. So could we again this bear market? Sure. Would it be expected? Yes. Are we going to get overly excited? No, not unless we do one thing, which is create a higher high, higher than 97. Anything less than that is just going to end up in a failed rally. Okay. So where does the stochastic RSI come into play? Here is the secret clue, right? And I'm going to give my update on the mega crash, and we'll probably do it right now. And then I'm going to give you this secret clue. All right. By the way, I want to give an update, one that you definitely want to hear. What are my latest thoughts on the mega crash? Have I changed my opinion? When does it look like this mega crash could happen? Or is the mega crash completely off the table? As you and I both know, more bullishness has been coming into the market. Prices have been rising. People are getting more and more excited. And your question, your probably number one question is, do I still think there's a mega crash, or have I changed my opinion? Now, here's what I think. Raw, honest, here's what I think. So for months and months and months, I have been saying April, May, there's a lot of confluence for a surprise mega crash. And now there's a little bit of confluence forming for June. So for months and months, I've said April, May. Now the charts are suggesting that June could be a possibility as well. But do I still think it's on the table? Because prices have been rising. So what I said months and months ago was, when we were at 91,000, there was even more bullishness. There was even more excitement. And I called for a mega crash to happen. So the bad news is, history is telling us we're about to have a mega crash. And you can see what happened from that 91,000 is we crashed to 60. I also warned people when we crashed to 60 and we started early rebounding in the low 60s. I just said, look, there's going to be another mega crash in my opinion, but it's going to be a surprise when it happens. And it won't happen until there's more bullishness coming in. It won't happen until more people get excited. It won't happen until the charts really start to pan out and get people on the edge of their seats. This is what I said months ago. So have I changed my opinion? The short answer is no, but I will change my opinion if the facts in the charts change. And the only way to really do that, and this is what we've talked a lot about, is Bitcoin needs to make a higher high. If Bitcoin gets above 97,000, I will change my tune, because at that point, it will prove that the facts in the charts, the facts in the market are suggesting something otherwise, something that's never happened in any cycle ever for Bitcoin. But these rebounds, these price movements are normal. Let me just show you some facts in the charts, right? So what typically happens in a bear market is we crash down, like we were at 126K here. We crash all the way down. We crashed all the way down to, what was it, 80. Then we slowly start to rebound. We go on this rebound, right? Then we crash down again, and we crash down from like 90 something all the way to 60. Then we rebound. What I want you to notice is the exact opposite happens in all bull runs, right? The bull run, we go on this huge rally like we did from 16K, and we rallied up to 30,000. And at 30,000, we just slowly had this correction that got people really nervous. We crashed all the way from like 31, 32, all the way down to like 25, right? And then what did we do? We rallied again, all the way from this 25 up to 70. What did we do from 70? We crashed all the way down to 48. People got really nervous. People were, oh my God, this is it. People said, oh, like, it's the same thing, just the reverse. In a bear market, you can see that we crash and then we rebound up. In a bull market, you can see we go to the moon and then we crash down. It's the exact opposite. So have I changed my opinion? No, I haven't changed my opinions for months and months and months. I still believe a mega crash is coming. The majority of the charts are suggesting that. Yes, some charts suggest, hey, you know what? 60K could be the bottom. Let's be honest about that. But have I changed my opinion? No. Will I? Yes, if the facts change. What are those facts? Bitcoin actually needs to make a higher high. Just like in all bear markets, it failed to make a higher high. Thus, price continued the trend. What's the trend? The downtrend. We're in a downtrend. We're in a bear trend since 126. And I will change my opinion if the facts and the charts change. And it looks like that April, May, as I've said for months, there's confluence. April's almost over. We still have May, and June is starting to have some confluence. So those are the months that I'm watching. But there will be a surprise mega crash, in my opinion. It will take a lot of people by surprise, but that's what I've been saying for since months and months and months ago. And that's still what I see happening in the charts. By the way, our email list has been on absolute fire. I am so impressed with our email list. I wanted to announce the $200 giveaway, and then I wanted to announce our next $200 giveaway. So first and foremost, here is the winner. If you didn't see the comment already, shout out to LSC29 December 12th. You are the first ever $200 winner. Here's what you need to do if you didn't see my reply to your comment. Just simply email me, info@CryptoCrewUniversity, and you just simply need to prove that you own that YouTube channel and then provide your PayPal link and we'll send you 200. It's that easy. So congrats to you. Congrats to everybody on the email list. Email list has been on absolute fire. So here's how to join the next $200 giveaway. The next $200 giveaway is going to happen inside the exclusive waitlist. So if you're not on the waitlist already, join the waitlist. The link is in the description and the link will be in the pinned comment. And a huge, huge, huge thing is coming May 6th. More on that, exclusive in the waitlist. Join the waitlist right now. So the secret clue is this. Everybody wants to know, when is the mega crash and is it still going to happen? You've already heard my take on the mega crash, if I believe it's going to happen. And now you're wondering, when? When is this mega crash going to happen? How do I have an upper hand on when? One thing and one thing only. I want you to watch the stochastic RSI. And once we actually get above 80 and confirm, which should come on Sunday, 11:59 p.m. UTC time, if we have both of these confirm, I want you to watch a cross down from above 80. Meaning we want the blue and the orange first to confirm above 80. And then we want to see a cross down back below 80. That will tell traders and investors worldwide that we had a rally and Bitcoin tried its best. Its biggest momentum swing in 1 year. And if that momentum swing, that's the biggest momentum swing in 1 year, the biggest momentum swing out of our bear trend so far, if that biggest momentum swing fails to create a higher high and we have a cross down back below 80, we're having our mega crash and it will likely lead to our bottom. That's the secret clue. I want you to keep that in your back pocket. This will help you stay level-headed and avoid all the noise. This is a major clue, so keep it in your back pocket. This will help you stay level-headed and help you have a major competitive advantage against everybody else in crypto. By the way, if you've really wanted to sign up to one of my courses or anything that I offer and it was just out of your price range, I have a special message to you, and all of my students know this. Feel free to comment as I explain. I help every single person in need, and I've done that for year after year after year after year. I don't care if you're a single mom, a single dad, a vet, somebody who is from a less fortunate country, or you're just simply in a tough situation. You really want something that I offer and it's out of your price range and you're afraid to ask or you're embarrassed to ask. I help every single person in need. So send me an email, info@CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Why do I do this? I'm put on this planet to help change a million lives in crypto. And I know what it's like to grow up with no money. We were struggling with welfare. We were struggling to keep the lights on. I know what that life is like. And I help every single person in need, every single time. So if that's you and you're like, man, I've wanted to sign up to this thing that Steve offers for so long. I know he helps so much. I know he cares. I know I can trust him. Email me. I help every single person in need, and I will never stop doing that. So send me an email, info@cryptocrewuniversity.com. Huge announcement, May 6th. Mark your calendars right now. May 6th is going to be massive. May 6th is going to be legendary. I am so excited about May 6th, and it's all going down inside our exclusive waitlist, the exclusive waitlist to my new Bitcoin bottom blueprint. Are you on the exclusive list? If not, the link is in the description. The link is in the pinned comment, but get priority access, get lowest price guaranteed, get special perks, get behind the scenes bonus footage, get special videos, all of that and more on the waitlist. Make sure you're joining the waitlist right now because this is going to be big. Join the exclusive waitlist. I'll see you on the inside for the huge thing going down May 6th.